Hello everybody, welcome back to another video with your boy Serge. And just like the video says, everybody was going crazy for these LA Dodger Luffy Don cards. Uh First off, I just want to give my opinion about this card. It looks nice in person, right? When I seen this online, it looked basic, but it has a nice, you can't see it on camera, but it has a nice little shine to it. I will admit it's like a basic design, right, of Luffy, but I still like it. But I still think last year's Dodger Luffy card was better because it was a leader card and it was drawn by Oda, the man himself, right? But yeah, even though this was a Dawn card and they printed 52,000 of these, people were going crazy. I felt like everywhere I went, people were just talking about this card, right? Because yesterday it was One Piece Dodger night, right? And if you were able to go last year and this year, you got your hands on a Dodger Luffy promo card, right? I'll give you guys a good example of where I heard this, right? For people just talking about it anywhere. So before we went to Dodger Stadium, me and my family, my family and I went to go get a bite to eat at this place called Langer's, right? It's a famous like deli place in LA, right? Near MacArthur Park. And but MacArthur Park is a shady area. If you're an LA native, you know how shady it is, but if you're not, be careful. And my best advice is to stay away from that area, especially at nights, because there's a bunch of cholos and drug addicts, and I hope those drug addicts get help, you know? But, anyways, back to the topic at hand. While we were eating, there was a bunch of other people who were also going to Dodger Stadium, right? And the only thing they were talking about was this card. I'm not kidding. They were talking about trying to get their hands on these cards, right? And there's this couple behind us, right? And they were talking to another person, right? They're like, "Oh yeah, well, we want to try to get to Dodger Stadium early and try to get our hands on a bunch of these cards because my husband owns a toy store, and yeah, it's like it's best to buy them over there than online, right? Because I could because we could be selling for higher prices." And on my head, I was like, "Oh shit, we got scalpers here! Like fuck!" Like I thought all hope was lost, and I wouldn't be able to get my hands on these cards. Well, on this card, but we did, right? We were able to make it there in time, and it was really hot today. That's why my face is all red. I'm all sunburned. Somebody fainted in the line. They got heat stroke. I hope they're doing okay, right? But the paramedics came in and picked them up. And compared to last year's Dodger event, it was a little bit more organized, right? Um, it was like once you got the card near the entrance, it was like, okay, you gotta get out of like the entrance area. You can't stand here anymore. Like they kicked everybody out, right? But still, that didn't stop the scalpers from coming out, right? They were still like around the entrance area and trying to buy cards off of people. And I noticed like the base price this time was $500, which is insane, right? For a Don Luffy card. I mean, come on. Like I said, it looks nice, but it's basic, right? I would have paid $500 for that, unless it was like last year's card, maybe. But still, that's just high. That's so much for me. But yeah, they're like, oh, I'll buy this card off you for 500, 600, 700. Like I even heard people were buying these cards for $1,000, which was insane. And I did see people walking around with stacks of these cards. It's like, okay, like damn, these guys really just spend anything, right? It's like, nah, man, it's not 500 to $1,000 ain't worth it for this Dawn card. At least not now, you know. But yeah. Compared to last year's, they were offering $200 to $300 for the Dodger Luffy leader card, right? And I also noticed that last year, um, like the stadium attendees, they weren't as well as informed about how pricey these cards were get, right? So last year they were willing to sell their cards for cheap to the scalpers. This year I noticed that a lot of the stadium attendees were a lot more informed about how pricey these cards could get, right? And I would hear them do counter offers with the scalpers. Like for example, the scalper would be like, "Hey, I'll pay $500 for that card," and they'll be like, "You know what? Hell no. How about you give me 700?" And that'll like scare out the scalper because like, nah, man, I can't, which is insane, right? And I felt sorry for my Japanese brothers, my Nihonjin no Kyodais. Um, Last year they're trying to, they. I feel sorry for them because their yen is weak and they're just standing out there in the sun and they're trying to buy the Luffy cards right as like a souvenir for like 200, but they didn't stand a chance. um, but yeah, like I said, I was able to get my hands on one, and my family was able to get their hands on one as well. And we also got our hands on the hat, right? Um, this one says 2026, right? But it's the same from last year's. The only difference is this one just has one piece. And the most important thing was that I was just able to experience a Dodger game, right? I'm not really a big Dodger fan, but going to a Dodger game is fun. I'm able to create memories with my family, enjoy the game, enjoy the atmosphere of the Dodger Stadium. It really was fun being there. We were doing raves and just talking to people, and the Dodgers won. So yeah, that's good. They won last year as well, and I also got to see the drone show, and it was pretty awesome. This compared to last year's drone show, it felt a little bit shorter. But like I said, I had fun with the family, and it was a great experience. But yeah, that's it for today's video. I just want to talk about the insanity this Dodger Don Luffy card cost, right? But yeah, let me know if you were able to get your hands on one. Do you plan on playing with it, holding on to it, selling it? But yeah, or did you not get any? Are you planning to buy it secondhand, right, online? I prefer not right now. Wait for like maybe a week or two for stock to come in. And hopefully, you could get them for a little bit cheaper, right? But yeah, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I just want to do like a little vlog thing really quick about this. But yeah, just stay safe and stay blessed out there. And as always, thanks for watching. Until next time, peace.